Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cosmic Haven Tarot. I'm Callie, here to give you your part two for this solar eclipse, new moon, fall equinox. Like everything's happening right now, and we're just gonna roll with it because, I mean, like we have no choice, guys. We're just gonna roll with it. So, thank you to all who commented last week. And yes, like a microphone obviously had been on my list. However, summertime is usually like, I work in schools, guys. Summertime is usually like, okay, odd jobs here and there, whatever. And so now I get to invest in microphones and invest in things I want, which is really exciting. But thank you to all who commented because, like, I'm excited for new audiences. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. Let me know how this sound is for you guys. All right. So, what is going on for this full new moon, guys? Okay. Even though it's very interesting. So, like, the lunar eclipse, it was a total lunar eclipse, so that felt like a death process. And this feeling of emptiness where, like, usually the new moon feels like that because you're putting stuff into, this cosmic womb space. But now it's like the new moon has this fullness. It feels like this sense of rebirth happening with this solar eclipse. So it's very exciting. I'm super excited, guys. All right. Okay. And we are using the Lorenzi tarot deck today. All right. The Wheel of Fortune. So this feels like really a climactic moment for you guys. And it's more so about what you are creating into your reality. So really taking that time to plant seeds on this solar eclipse. So the solar eclipse is to when I'm posting this, it'll be tomorrow, the 21st. So make sure you plant those seeds and really, they're saying put pedal to the metal, okay? Like you're ready to hit the ground running. You're ready to receive everything. You got to work for it though. Okay, there's some work that's going to be done. This is start your engines, get ready because they're going to take you on a wild ride. All right. We've got this 9 of Cups in reverse. So, this emptiness, this feeling of lack, this tired fogginess, it feels like it's coming to a head and you guys are going to be feeling more rested and more rejuvenated and ready to move forward. Like this reverse in the 9 of Cups, it feels like it's these 2 weeks that have been happening right now. So these past 2 weeks in between the eclipses, it feels like it's been slowly about filling your cup up, but really filling it up with something new, something more revitalizing for you. So when you step into this solar eclipse, it's like you're ready for what spirit is about to give you, for the paths you are meant to take. You did, a lot of you, granted, some of you guys didn't do the work, but a lot of you did the work that you needed to do in order to start generating the life that you want and putting your best foot forward and really making plans. It feels more like you're making plans from a sense of empowerment, from a sense of determination, like you know what you want at this point, and now you're going to strive to get it. So we've got this 4 of Swords in reverse, and this feels like stay off social media, stay out of the drama, be very careful with your energy right now, especially when you're manifesting. Don't let everybody know what you're doing, okay? Don't let everybody know your joys, your happinesses. Some of this is sacred to you, okay? And it's not necessarily that people are out to get you. It's that people have their own perspectives on reality. So what may be like happy and exciting and very fulfilling for you may not resonate with them. And it's not necessarily from a place of judgment. It's like they don't think before they speak, so to say. So it comes off as judgy, like they're happy for you, but also sometimes just people's egos get in the way. So it's not like they aren't bad people. Um, it's just they're not the same vibrational match. And there are some things that are best to be kept close to your chest, okay? Like there's not, like, especially in terms of relationships and in terms of love, you don't have to share everything in terms of relationships, believe it or not. You can keep some of that stuff to yourself. All right? Especially for those of you who are in happy and fulfilling relationships that make sense to you, okay? As long as you're happy, as long as you're feeling fulfilled, who cares? And people don't got to understand it. And I think people try to wrap their minds around like labels and like defining relationships and just defining things in general. And it's really time to release those labels. And therefore, now that you know that, it's time to release those labels and just do what makes you happy. You don't have to justify or try to explain yourself to people when you're sharing happiness. You don't even have to share your happiness. Get a journal, okay? Get a journal or a cat or a dog, okay? But like something that's not going to impede that. Eight of Cups. So there are a few people though, not necessarily these people, but like protect yourself. There are a few people who, and it doesn't feel like they're salty towards you. It feels like they're salty about life, and you're sweet on life. So like keep your joy to yourself. These people, like, there are certain peoples who have not been doing the work, and it doesn't feel like you. It feels like other people around you. So they aren't capable of necessarily sharing in your joy because they've got their own stuff. They've got their own baggage going on. So like really take this time to really focus on what it is you're creating, and especially like being in the present moment, really having that sense of gratitude for the life you have cultivated for yourself. um so like taking time to ground during the solar eclipse and or the fall equinox, and set in and have this gratitude journal and really feel that fulfillment and feel that sense of accomplishment within you. Like guys, I don't think you understand how much you've grown through this year. You can be proud of yourself. Give yourself permission to be proud of yourself and give yourself permission to have gratitude for all that you've achieved and know that you did that, okay? Like, yeah, you have spirits guiding you. Yeah, you have friends, but it's like you still put that foot forward. You still put that effort in. You're the one who created this reality, okay? So, like, really have that sense of accomplishment for yourself is so important. And those people who have not necessarily created that life, I mean, you just got to healthfully detach and just live your best life. Because at the end of the day, the only way you can help the people around you is by being your authentic self, by living a life of fulfillment. And trust me, like, I know it's hard to sometimes detach, and it's not like these people are bad people because they aren't, but you got to take care of yourself first. And then if you detach in a healthy way, watch how these people eventually come around. These people eventually just like something clicks and it's like, oh, I've got this because you've allowed them to go and work on themselves by themselves. All right. So don't be afraid to detach and just have that sense of fulfillment, have that sense of joy, have that sense of gratitude, and not, and no bitterness towards them either. If you do feel bitterness, like work through that. But people just do the best they can with what they have, and we're all on different paths. We're on all on like our own perspective journeys, and that's okay. We're not always at the head of the class. Sometimes we're in the middle, sometimes we're behind, and that's okay. We just got to accept where we're at and accept where others are at. And it is really about this deep acceptance. The more you accept yourself, the more you have gratitude for yourself, the more you can heal within you, and that's going to be reflected. And you don't even have to like go and try to save people or go and try to uplift people. Just watch how that works, okay? And then we've got this 7 of Cups. So so we've got to, like, y'all got options. Y'all got, especially on the spiritual realm, it's like a lot of spirits want to come to you and a lot of spirits want to work with you. Be very discerning about what spirits you work with. Ask what they want, why they want it, how they're going to help you. Um, and then just like feel their energy if and see if they resonate with you or not. And if you need help, like email me, we can schedule appointments, work through that stuff because I'm great with spiritual talk and things like that and guidance, but really being able to discern what spirits are for you and what spirits are like not necessarily there for you is going to be very important at this time. So just be really wary of that. Like you have the opportunity to embark on an even deeper spiritual journey than you're already on right now, and you just don't want to work with any spirit. Okay, a lot of it is going to a lot of it is going to be a lot of self work, working with who you are, so that great I am that is within you. And yeah, they might come and go, they might pop up at certain times, spirits might, but it's really about cultivating this I am. All right, it's really about cultivating this sense of independence and sense of sovereignty. These spirits don't have to talk to you 24/7. So those of you who do have psychic abilities and like sensitive to those energies, you can tell them to be quiet. If they're giving you a headache, you can tell them to be quiet and to give you space so you can do your thing, okay? And you can listen to that I am, all right? And I'm going to keep referring to it as that I am that's within you, okay? Got it? I have to work on on this I am, you work on your I am, if that makes sense, okay? And then we've got this Three of Wands in reverse. So it's like, ooh, there's this wisdom going on within you about being able to slow down and go one step at a time and really be in this present moment and then move towards the next path, which is so amazing and so exciting. And it's kind of like it's not necessarily going against the flow of what material abundance, it's kind of like pulling it back to really make it into a healthy, more holistic way of being. So, like, people are talking about innovation and rushing and making all this AI technology and all this Bitcoin and all these things that are like out in space and really not beneficial for the environment or for people. If you've like watched these scams, things like that, the newer technologies, the latest trend, you're really slowing down and being like, but how can we make certain things that are actually going to benefit the people rather than rushing off and making the newest thing and not caring about the repercussions it's having on Earth, the repercussions it's having on the community, on humanity. All right. So, really looking into slowing down and doing everything in a more holistic, authentic way rather than rushing to make profit. And watch how people go towards you. It's really like you're accepting that slow and steady wins the race, that patience is a virtue. And it might seem sometimes like you're going, I'm sorry if you hear that train. I live right next to the train tracks. So it might seem like you are going way too slow and that you like quote unquote should be somewhere else by now. No, don't even listen to people outside of you. Like, don't, okay? Listen to your inner voice on when to pause and when to move forward. Like, ooh, this feels like, God, I mean, it feels like kind of like the Matrix when Neo slows everything down and like is able to move in that fluid way and see like how to dodge bullets. Okay. Like you are learning to dodge bullets, looking out into this world, how many companies are falling because they're rushing and they're not, and they're spending and their costs are rising and they're not necessarily generating a profit. So they're all like a lot of them, I'm not going to say they're all. So, like, a lot of them are in debt because they're just rushing everything. And you're learning to slow down and really have that full abundance within you so you can move forward and keep generating abundance outside of you. And that's really a huge message. So give yourself permission to slow down and to cultivate that I am and to drown out excess no ooh, especially like they're just saying drown it all out. So if you need to go into the woods or if you need to go like get a lot of self-care done, go for it, okay? Because it's all about like allowing yourself to slow down and fully experience life. Like fully touch this table, fully speak to the person who is in front of you, okay? So really being here now is what's really important, and not and detaching from the future. Trust that it's going to be there when it bees that when it bees there, okay? And it's going to be a lot of divine inspiration, okay? And divine inspiration is what makes authentic innovation. All right. We've got this Four of Wands in reverse. So, and this feel, God, so it's like really what this reading feels like is what you're cultivating within you and what the external reality is. So it is this duality happening because it's like this Four of Wands in reverse. It seems to me like the people around you are reflecting fear and lack of safety and self-doubt and all this other stuff, and like trying to rush and figure everything out, and it's like you're going against the grain. So it is like, you know, this split because it, some of you might be walking away from some of these people, I'm just going to say. And like I said, it's not necessarily that they're bad people, because they aren't. It's just like you've outgrown this situation, and you now have the wisdom to move forward in a slow, deliberate, divinely aligned way, whereas they still got some work to do when it comes to the energies they're taking in, working on themselves, really cultivating a sense of trust. And you, like, it feels like you guys are really getting this deep ingrained sense of trust and sense of self assurance that's really being cultivated. And that's so beautiful, guys. I'm so proud of you. Okay. So, like, keep going. We've got this Emperor card, and it is moving forward. Now, I always say, and I love this deck, I do not like the Emperor card in this. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I just don't like the picture. I like men. All right. Um, not not the major arcana being in the masculine aspects of the major arcana being created into pigs and created into other things. Like there is some beauty in the Emperor card, which we will see right here. And it's really that sense of safety, that sense of confidence, and that sense of strength within you to stand firm and really have that abundance within you, and really being authentic and who you are and true to yourself amidst all the noise, amidst all the BS that's going on in the world right now. And it's like people are going to flock to you. And this really feels like a lot of it feels, and I'm going to say business, like abundance wise, not even necessarily business. It's just like abundance flows naturally to you. And it can be an abundance of people cherishing you and having sincere gratitude for your presence and you being here alive on earth. Like that's abundance. Okay, that's beautiful. It can be, seeing butterflies or really feeling the earth, and you're really standing in that and allowing abundance to come to you and allowing yourself to receive abundance amidst the noise, which is so, so, so amazing. We've got this King of Swords in reverse. And like, again, I keep saying it's kind of like be aware of your environment, who you're listening to, what you're listening to, drowning out the noise, finding stillness, going out into nature. If you saw my door opening a minute ago, that was one of my cats. Because he's cute. But so that's why it opened. But really being able to drown out that noise is going to be so imperative for you, and realizing that 98% of the stuff you listen to, 98% of the spirits and things that come to you are just full of it. All right. They're literally just full of it. And learning how to cultivate that I am is going to be your most important asset. Okay. Learning discernment, learning to trust yourself and not look to outside sources, not look to necessarily spirit guides or gurus or priests or teachers, things like that. Just really learning how to cultivate that sense of trust and that sense of I amness and that firmness and strength within your being. Okay. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle deck, and then we are going to close out, okay? We have got You're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Face your true north. I love that for you guys. So, like, yeah, you're already doing it. Y'all don't even need to worry, okay? Just sit in the grass and meditate, honestly. Live your best life. Be happy. Trust that, like, trust that your happiness is genuine happiness. If you feel happy, if you feel fulfilled with life, that's true happiness. Whatever that means to you, whatever that means to your soul at this time, okay? Accept that, relish and cherish it, all right? And have a wonderful, wonderful week. I will see you next time. Take care.